Live here at Pleasant Grove Hawk Stadium, or Hawk Field, I should say, is Pleasant Grove Hawks on to take on the Liberty-Eylau Leopards here tonight. Game 2 of a 3-game series here. Pleasant Grove leads at 1-0. Before we get to that, joined in the booth with me today is Jay Davis. Also, Zach Doty. Got Cameron Sullivan behind the computer, Donovan and Andrew on the cameras. We are Texarkana Game Day. How you guys feeling today?
Feeling great and wonderful weather. Mid-70s, a few clouds in the sky, but zero chance of rain, so like to hear that. And love the pinstripes that Liberty-Eylau has made the trip in today. Expect a good game today, and I don't think that we're going to see as many runs scored as we did the previous time. Did look, since these two last met, Liberty-Eylau has been averaging 9 runs a game. And Pleasant Grove has been coming in at 7.5. But the stat that's really impressed me is that Pleasant Grove has only averaged about allowing just a half a point a game. So the pitching between these two teams is definitely going to be the difference maker tonight.
Absolutely. That's been something that we've noticed from the beginning of the year as the pitching depth that both teams have between Jarrett Halter, Hunter Rose, Luke Flanagan out at Pleasant Grove, and then W.T. Jones, Cal Jones, Tristan Howe, Richie Plant, their P.O. I mean, they have plenty of guys who on both sides that can go out there and shove on the mound whenever they need to.
Exactly, and we just talked about these lineups and how many runs they've been scoring. When you look at Pleasant Grove, they have 19, 449, 435, 444. You know, there's batting averages,
The Pleasant Grove putting 4 on the board, and you go back and look at all the games. 4-run lead is not safe between teams putting up.
Here, Grove last game, who comes up? Staples over here.
Pleasant Grove tonight, clean plays and get the ball over to first. And at the same time, I can see that he's going to be able to lead some leadership, with the bat in his hand, and expect him to have, a good night in that leadership role. He is one of the, 3 Pleasant Grove Hawks that's hit a home run this year. Cade Martin's got 2, and then Brenton Clark's got 1. So I say that the wind is not blowing very much at all. Every once in a while we'll see the flags, move a little bit, but right before I did look up that they're moving now, they weren't moving at all. So it's going to take a good stroke to get it out today.
And you guys mentioned the older guys, the vets of these teams. I'm more interested in the younger guys. The young talent on both of these teams excites me. Hunter Rose, Spencer Browning are the names on Pleasant Grove's side, whereas you see Tristan Howe, Britton Pipes, both sophomores, and then freshmen who we're going to get to see tonight at designated hitter Maddox Moore, younger brother of Nate Moore, who was the pitcher out here at Liberty-Eylau here a few years ago. So I'm excited to see how they match up and how they can be impactful in this game.
Well, Hunter has quietly amassed 11 doubles so far.
Yes. Yeah, Hunter Rose has been very impressive. 417 on the year, 12 singles, 11 doubles, 2 triples. I mean, 16 runs for himself, 14 RBIs. But, I mean, he's also getting 10 walks, too. He's very disciplined at the plate for a freshman. He's doing very, very exciting things.
Well, we can't go too far without mentioning the pitchers.
Yes.
W.T. Jones tonight, Jarrett Halter, .99 ERA, 46 Ks for only 42 innings pitched. And then W.T. Jones has just been lighting up the Ks this year with 56 already.
Yeah, and so right now we got up on your screen what they did last game. W.T. went 4 1/3, gave up 8 hits, 7 runs allowed, 6 strikeouts. Jarrett ended up going 6 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs on those 4 hits, and then 6 strikeouts himself. So, I mean, I definitely see us seeing similar things, but I expect WT to do better and get his earned runs down from that last game.
Well, I don't think that Coach Fincher wants to see Jarrett Halter throw 110 pitches tonight. His competing that he did in the last 4 or 5 innings that he pitched was just impressive. I mean, he had to battle each and every inning, and just the guts that he showed coming in each and every inning was pretty impressive to me.
I agree, and we're going to have these lineups for both teams called out right now by the announcer. So we'll go ahead and do those lineups as well here. For Liberty-Eylau Leopards leading off, we got Cal Jones coming up right behind him, Tristan Howe, W.T. Jones, Britton Pipes, Dylan Garden, Aiden Easter, Colin Evans, Dylan Neighbors, and Maddox Moore in that DH spot.
Yeah, he'll be batting for Hagen Power out in right field. And then for the Hawks,
we've got Brenton Clark, Jared Halter, J.M. Long, Cade Martin, Hunter Rose, Buck Anderson, Spencer Browning, Ty Boozer, and Jace Elrod.
Isn't it good to have the number 8 guy in your batting order hitting 400?
yes,
Most
very,
definitely.
very good.
Both of these teams, both lineups have been crushing the ball, especially here recently. They've, like you said, they've been exploding in all sorts of innings. We actually had the chance to see Liberty-Eylau play against Pittsburgh last week, and they looked like an entirely different ball club. They jumped out on them real early in that game and just rode that all the way out to the very end. And Pleasant Grove has been doing the same exact thing. And the pitching performances for both teams have been great. The lineups have been great, and they've been playing great baseball. It's going to be a good matchup.
And I wonder from after that game, because from what I saw from Coach Fowler, he wasn't even very impressed with how his team performed again in that Pittsburgh game last week. So he knows that they can make improvements, and they're going to look to do it here tonight.
Well, since these two teams met, Liberty-Eylau beat North Lamar 10-4, Sulphur Springs 14-0, Pittsburgh 6-3, and then you mentioned the Paris game where they, 6-0. So, they definitely have the scoring power to be able to make any game theirs.
Exactly. It was almost like last game. We were just waiting for that one inning, and it just never came from the Liberty-Eylau Leopards.
They just have to be more disciplined, like they know. They got to stay true to themselves, stay true to the Leopard mentality that they have. Be a disciplined hitter and go up there and do your job. That's their main thing. They'll play small ball or they'll hit it out of the park, whatever they need to do to get runs across the board for this Liberty-Eylau offense.
Exactly. Pleasant Grove being announced right now, so I got to ask you guys, what do the Hawks have to do to come out on top of this ball game?
I think that the Hawks are going to have to keep the ball on the ground as far as defensively, and that's going to be a lot to do with how Jarrett's able to come off the mound. And I do think that the left side of the offense is going to have to play great tonight. Liberty-Eylau, coming off of the loss the last time they played, you've just got to think that their bats are going to be hot.
Doty?
I want to see the big stars get involved a lot more. Brenton Clark, J.M. Long especially. I think they're big-name guys, and you want to see them elevate here in these big game scenarios. That's what they've been bred for going throughout baseball all their lives, is for these big moments. And if they can capitalize on them in this type of game, that'll be huge.
Exactly, I agree. I'm going to ride with Coach Fincher. He always talks about the pitching. It starts on the mound for the Hawks. So I'm going to ride with them. So tonight I think Jared Halter has to have another great performance, and Pleasant Grove will come away with the win. What do we got the Leopards? What do the Leopards have to do to come away with the win tonight?
I think the Leopards are going to have to be led by their catcher, Mr. Garton, and what he's able to bring to the field for this Liberty-Eylau defense.
So we have the national anthem being played, so we're going to stand up and take a break for that. We'll be right back. And there you have it. The announcers have called out both lineups. The national anthem has been played, and it's time to play some baseball. This great Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday evening here in Texarkana. On the mound right here, we got Mr. Jared Halter. another young talent. I know his name kind of goes over his age sometimes. We talk about him so much you think he's the upperclassman. Only a sophomore here in this Pleasant Grove program as well.
Yeah, very impressive so far throughout just 2 seasons here of high school ball. Truly grown his game in a very impressive way. Last year we didn't necessarily see this as much because we saw Blake Jennings more. Blake Jennings was their one last year. So to get to see Jarrett step up and be their true number 1 starter, be their ace, and truly do great in that position, it's been great to see.
Well, Jarrett's going to be tested often tonight, and right off the bat, you've got Cal Jones, who batting .410, has 4 triples for the year, three doubles, and 18 singles. So it's going to be a battle of best friends. So it's going to be interesting to see just how this game starts off. You know, Liberty-Eylau has had a lot of success scoring early this year, so just seeing if they're able to duplicate that here at Hawk Field.
Exactly. Cal Jones and Brent Clark, both leadoff hitters in this game, kind of have that same approach, get up there and get on something really, really early in the count. So Jared Halter's got to think about that as well, facing Cal for probably the 4th time this year.
Leading off for the Leopards, number 8, shortstop, Cal Jones.
0-0 pitch. Jared Halter to Cal Jones on the way. First pitch misses low. 1-0 count. Swing and miss. Ties the count up at 1 here. Cal Jones hits one well in the right field. It lands right in front of Walker Wright for a single. Liberty-Eylau's got a man on first, nobody out, with Tristan Howe stepping into the plate.
Yeah, Cal gets up there and rips a single to right field. No chance to have any play on the ball.
Tristan Howe, a player we've seen come up in this Liberty-Eylau program, turned himself into a starter here, and now he's hitting in the 2-hole.
Yeah, off-speed pitch there for a strike.
Been a key part in batting second in this lineup. Great 1 through 5, I would say, for Liberty-Eylau. Big guys that can punch you in the mouth when they need to. And great job doing a job right there for him.
Howe gets the job done, moves Cal Jones over to second. There is 1 out, runner on second for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards here. Talk about him coming up in this program, and right there he does a great job of doing his job and moving that runner over. But W.T. Jones, the power hitter in this lineup, steps into the box.
Yeah, we can easily see a lot of small ball between these two coaches here tonight.
First pitch misses high, 1-0 for W.T. Jones. W.T. Jones is going to pop this out high in the left field. Elrod's going to settle right underneath it. Cal Jones is going to try and tag from third.
Yeah, Wisely returns back to second base. Good throw from the outfielder there to keep him on second base, but still in scoring position.
2 outs, runner on second for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards, and Brenton Pipes, sophomore third baseman, steps into the batter's box.
He's going to be a tremendous asset to Liberty-Eylau for years to come, not necessarily just in baseball.
Exactly. He's a dual sport athlete as well, and most likely going to take over that quarterback position for the Leopards next year. 1-0 count to Brenton Pipes. Great pitch right there from Jared Halter on the outside corner.
Yeah, the one thing that I've noticed just even in the last game, Britton is going to chase a lot of pitches, but he's going to be searching for his.
He's going to get a bouncer right up to J.M. Long. Throws it across the diamond, just over the head of top booster. Cal Jones is going to score, making this ball game 1-0 in Liberty-Eylau's favor. And that's why you run every ground ball out to first right there.
Yeah, and that's just part of the pressure that base hits can give you. You've got the runner crossing in front of you to go to third, and you've got so much on your mind, and just lets the ball come out of his hand just a little bit high.
Exactly. Dylan Garden steps into the box for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. J.M. Long, great shortstop there, just got away from him. Garden hits it right back to J.M. Long, and he makes that play and gets Pleasant Grove out of the inning. But not before Liberty-Eylau strikes. The score is 1-0 as they take a little break. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back here on Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
And we are back live here in the bottom of the first inning. Liberty-Eylau strikes first, 1-0 score as Kyle Jones scores on an error from J.M. Long over the top boozer at first base.
Yeah, and with how Jones has been pitching, I don't think one run is going to do it, but they've got to feel comfortable being able to get a run off the Hawks.
Exactly.
In that first inning there.
It's always good to have that one run. At least you can give up one if anything happens. Guys get on base early or whatever happens early in this game. You have one to play with. But W.T. Jones is on the mound for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards here, and he'll be facing off against junior Brenton Clark.
Brenton batting .377 on the year, 26 hits, 15 RBIs, 24 runs come across, 11 extra base hits with one of the 3 home runs hit by Pleasant Grove players this year.
First pitch, swing and strike. 0-1's the count.
That may not have been the pitch that the coach wanted, but it worked.
Exactly. First pitch off speed to Brenton Clark there. I told you, he's one of those aggressive guys as a leadoff hitter. He goes right after it. So maybe not the pitch Coach Fowler wanted, but definitely worked. 0-1 count here. Next pitch misses outside. Ties the count at 1-1. Great pitch inside there. Brings the count 1-2 here.
Yeah, Brenton going to have to sort of protect that plate a little bit.
Coach Fincher telling his team, hey, you guys try to control the pace as much as you can. WT does have a fast tempo on the mound. This one's flared out in the left field. Going to be caught by Colin Evans.
Yeah, that ball sliced right back into the left fielder's area to make an easy out for out number 1 for Liberty-Eylau Leopards.
Pleasant Grove pitcher here, Jared Halter, stepping into the box in the 2-hole.
Pitcher, Jared Halter.
1 out, nobody on here for the Hawks. Another first pitch swing and strike. Catches Gordon on the inside of the thigh there. Not a great spot to get hit.
Gives him some time to rest and also gives Coach Fincher a little bit of time to talk to Jarrett, see what to look for here at this at-bat, and make a good at-bat out of it.
When Jarrett did have an RBI in the last game but did not have a hit, so you know that he's looking to get a hit off of Jones tonight.
That one comes in low. 1-1.
One thing that I've noticed about Jared is typically on his days where he's pitching, he doesn't focus as much in the batter's box. He will tend to struggle a little bit more on the offensive side, but he counters it by having an excellent pitching performance on the mound.
Exactly. Another pitch misses low, bringing the count 3-1. Three-one pitch, swing and strike, brings the count to 3-2. 3-2 pitch to Jared Halter. He fights it off, turning this thing into a graded bat.
Yeah, stays alive to possibly increase that pitch count. It could impact Mr. Jones later in the game.
Missing swing and strike. Strikeout number 1 for W.T. Jones. W.T. Jones out number 2 for the Liberty-Eylau Leopards. As J.M. Long.
Good play to get that third out this past inning.
And it will.
That strike off.
0-2.
His ability to do